If you have a child who is socially withdrawn, easily distracted, or struggles in school, the Brain Balance Center can help. And Tony Thornton says that his son Jacob's life changed after going to the center. He's here with me now, along with the Wake Forest Brain Balance Center Director, Susan Malillo. Thank you guys for joining me.
Hi.
Thank you. First off, Susan, you got to tell everyone who may or may not have already seen what Brain Balance is. Tell us what Brain Balance is.
Sure. Our approach at Brain Balance is a brain-based approach. So rather than dealing with individual symptoms, we go for the root cause by identifying areas of the brain that aren't engaged or that aren't turned on. And we use very specific stimuli to turn on and engage those areas over and over so that we develop connections from this region to another region of the brain, and we get those lasting permanent changes.
And Tony, let's talk about your son Jacob. What are some of the things that you and Melissa started to notice in Jacob that made you think, we've got to get help?
Well, firstly, he wasn't engaged socially, even within the family, and he wasn't able to make friends around the neighborhood easily. He was very distracted easily, and we didn't know why. We didn't know if it was an ear infection or something where he couldn't hear us, but he wouldn't make eye contact, things like that. Things that where we may think be normal for someone else, but it didn't appear to be that normal for him.
What about academically? How is he doing there?
Academically, he wasn't very engaged. He pretty much kept to himself. He did not have a good way of focusing. So every time the teacher had tried to ask him something, he would need to be redirected and redirected again. Sometimes we had to have some staff come in and help him to be more focused during the class time.
I know there were probably moments where you just wanted to bang your head up against the wall thinking that, I don't know how to make this better for him.
Right.
And then you entered Brain Balance, and tell me about the program.
It was great. It was great. Susan and her staff was a godsend for us. Like you said, we tried so much, and we're just banging our heads against the wall. And so we're saying, some support via exercise and diet, and to be able to change mentally and physically was something that we weren't sure about at first. We were like, we'll see, because we tried just about everything else we know of. But after some time and a lot of dedication on everybody's part, it was very, very successful. We're happy.
So now you've noticed big differences in his life. Mm-hmm. What about yours, your family life, and specifically you guys?
More enjoyable. We interact with Jacob a whole lot more now, a whole lot easier. He's what we thought he was going to be.
It's like he's a kid again.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's so expressive now, where before he wasn't. The second part of that, though, is that like the floodgates are open with his being expressive. Like it just comes out, and so we have to kind of teach him to moderate that at times. Not everything is acceptable, but we love the fact that he is expressive.
This is so great. Congratulations to you and Melissa, to Jacob, for successfully going through the program and making a difference in their life. Susan, thank you once again for joining me. This is great. Another success story. If you want to find out more about how the Brain Balance program can benefit your child, or to schedule an appointment at either the Cary or Wake Forest location, all you have to do is go to brainbalancecenters.com.